Hello and welcome to Spy Math. This is Ms. Spy, and this will be part 3 of the June 2019 Geometry Regents. Okay, question 32. Riley plotted point A, -1, 6, point B, 3, 8, point C, 6, -1, and D, 1, 0 to form a quadrilateral. Prove that Riley's quadrilateral ABCD is a trapezoid. To prove it's a trapezoid, you gotta find two sides that have the same slope. So you find all four slopes. Slope of B, 8 minus 6, 3, take away -1, it's 2/4 or 1/2. Then you go on to B, C, which is -1, take away 8 over 6, take away 3, which is -9 over 3. Or -3. Then you take the slope of CD, which is 0, take away -1. 1 minus 6, which is -1/5. And the last slope, which is DA, which is 0, take away 6 over 1. Take away -1, which is -6 over 2, or -3. We got our goal, two sides have the same slope. Therefore, ABCD is a trapezoid. Since BC is parallel to DA, since they have the same slope. Okay? Now let's go on to the second part of this question. Riley defines an isosceles trapezoid as a trapezoid with congruent diagonals. Utilization to prove that ABCD is not an isosceles trapezoid. So you want to find the length of a diagonal. One diagonal is AC. The other diagonal is BD. Use the distance formula. So AC is 6 minus -1. 6 minus -1 squared. And -1 minus 6 squared. -1 minus 6 squared. And BD is 1 minus 3 squared. Plus 0 minus 8 squared. You get AC equals the square root of 98. BD equals the square root of 68. Therefore, ABCD is not an isosceles trapezoid. Since diagonal AC is not equal to the diagonal BD. On to the next question. A child's swimming pool can be modeled by a cylinder. The pool has a diameter of 6.5 feet. Always change its radius. The radius is 3.25 feet. And a height of 12 inches. So let's convert that to feet, because we're going to need that in feet. So 12 inches is 1 foot. pool is filled 2/3 of its height. The pool is filled 2/3 of a foot. Determine, say, the volume of the water in the pool. So the pool is a cylinder. So the volume equals pi times the radius squared times the height, which is approximately 22 cubic feet, the nearest cubic foot. Now the next part, 1 cubic foot equals 7.48 gallons. We're determining, say, to the nearest gallon, the number of gallons of water in the pool. So they want us to convert the cubic feet into gallons. So you cancel the cubic feet, multiply 22 times 7.48, and you get 165 gallons. I apologize for my handwriting. Okay, last question in the section. It's always a trick question. Nick wanted to determine the length of one blade of the windmill pitched below. He stood at the point of the ground 440 feet from the windmill's base using a surveyor's tool. Nick measured the angle between the ground and the highest point reached by the top blade and found that it was 38.8 degrees. He also measured the angle between the ground and the lowest point of the blade. It was 30 degrees. Determine, say, the blade of X to the nearest Y. So we're going to call this lower distance Y. We're going to find X and Y and then subtract. So to first find X, tangent of 30 degrees, because we're looking at the adjacent, and the opposite, equals Y over 440. Cross multiply, get Y is approximately 254.03 feet. Now you do the whole triangle. Tangent of 38.8 degrees equals X plus Y over 440, where X plus Y is approximately 353.77 feet. You subtract those two values, 353.77 minus 254.03, you get approximately 100 feet as your result. So the distance from the bottom to the blades is 100 feet. Okay, that's the final question in part 3 of the June 2019 Regents. This is Spy Math, signing off.